Hi guys, so I'm back with another K-pop Japanese proxy site haul to share with you, and this time I got a package from White Rabbit Express. And I've talked about White Rabbit Express in a previous video of mine where I kind of broke down the fee structure and whatnot and kind of gave my opinion about using them as a proxy site. But I really like to use them whenever I shop on either Japanese shopping sites or flea market sites. And I found that they're very transparent when it comes to all the fees that your order will incur, and they're just a lot more flexible in the places you could shop at. Since places like Zen Market, which is another proxy site I like to use, is kind of more restrictive in places you could buy things online. And so this particular haul has a lot of things that have just been sitting in the warehouse for the past 2 months. And so I think in that previous review video I did, I said that they hold things for up to 30 days, but it looks like on their website they're not very strict about that kind of rule, and they don't really give you any extra fees if you go past that 30-day mark, like a lot of other online proxy sites will have. And so it was kind of nice to just buy things every once in a while using this site whenever a really great deal would pop up or a really rare item would pop up, and then trying to just whenever it was convenient for me financially to ship it out to me. And I shipped this out using FedEx this time, so it came to me within a few days, which was great, and it didn't cost very much. I think shipping for this particular box was around 65 USD, so, and all, it's not that bad for basically EMS shipping from Japan. So White Rabbit Express also started a referral program, which I'll leave a link down below if you're interested in trying them out. So if you click on that link and decide to buy something through their service, you get $5 off your first purchase. So if that interests you, go ahead and click that link, but if not, or if you just kind of are curious about proxy sites in general, you can kind of check it out and see if it's something that you would like to do. I would say Japanese proxy site shopping for K-pop merchandise is definitely something worth checking out if you haven't already. And White Rabbit Express in particular I think is a good option to consider if that does interest you. But I will show you what is inside this box and then kind of go through things individually, since White Rabbit Express does a pretty good job when they package everything up. So let's see what's inside here. So my last K-pop proxy site haul through Zen Market, packaging was rather not up to the standard I would expect, but it looks like Zen actually provided some adequate bubble wrap, or at least cardboard, to protect a lot of these items, so that's really nice to see. And you kind of see a preview of some of the things I ended up buying, but I'll go through them individually after I take everything out. So in this haul I ended up buying a lot of MYNAME things in particular, and of course 2PM things, but there's a lot of other kind of miscellaneous things that I ended up purchasing as well. Alright, so everything has been taken out of the box and all the packaging stuff and bubble wrap has been removed, and it looks like I mostly bought 2PM and MYNAME things. There are only kind of two other groups I happen to buy things from in this particular haul, but I have a lot of other things on Zen Market, so I was kind of forgetting which things were in this haul, so bear with me with all my kind of MYNAME and 2PM fangirling that's to come, because there are some really very exciting items that happen to be in this package. But for miscellaneous things and from girl groups, I bought this Dreamcatcher card. So this is from the Japanese version of their prequel album, and they came with different photo cards than the Korean version. So this is Yoonhyun's before version. And then I finally have this AOA album. So I don't have some of their hard to find out of print albums. I'm still missing like 3 of them, so I don't have Angel Story, AOA Black's Moya, or Red Motion. But I found them like on these proxy sites for decent prices, but I just haven't bought them because I'm just waiting for a really good deal to pop up with a photo card, because I do collect everyone in AOA's photo cards. And this one wasn't like an ideal one to buy because I kind of just buy the OT7, but this did come with this photo card of the drummer who left, which I'm glad I got her Wannabe card, because Wannabe is one of my favorite AOA releases, and so I'm just happy to finally have this album, and it's in great shape too. So I'm slowly trying to get all their photo cards and then eventually complete all their Korean albums and Japanese albums, so it'll be a slow process, but I finally have that. So now I'll show you all the MYNAME things I got, and there weren't too many in this particular box, but there's some very special things that I happened to pick up. And first up is Insu's solo stuff. So Insu is my MYNAME bias, and he came out with a solo album titled Naked a couple months ago, and I've been holding off buying his release because usually MYNAME stuff pops up on these proxy sites fairly often, and there are a lot of pre-order photo cards you could buy, so I kind of wanted to wait for a deal so that I could get all of his pre-order photo cards, since he is the MYNAME member that I collect photo cards from. And so right when he released his solo album, a listing popped up with a set of 5 cards. So there were 5 pre-order cards, so that's what they all look like. So I kind of hopped on this because it wasn't very expensive, and that was one of the earlier purchases I made for this haul. And then I kind of waited a little bit longer to actually buy the CD because NC was doing a lot of fan signing things, and MYNAME is a group that has a lot of signed CDs that pops up on these Japanese proxy sites for fairly decent prices, so I really wanted his signed solo album, which I happened to get. So this is the regular version of his album, and you can see the signatures there. There's sadly a crack in this, but jewel cases are easy to replace, so I will do that. But with that solo album, it also came with the set of his photo cards. Like usually when you buy one album, you just get one of these pre-order photo cards, but now I have duplicates of all 5. So I need to find other MYNAME collectors who would be interested in any of these cards. So I have all of those. And then he had some solo concerts and whatnot right before he enlisted, and so I bought his photo book, which came brand new. So I'm going to take off the plastic wrap and kind of show you a quick preview, because I'm not sure if I'll do an unboxing. So here's the photo book with the saran wrap taken off, and it's nice and thick, as you see. And there's just a lot of cute pictures of Insu. So, anyone wants to see kind of a full unboxing of this, I can do one. Just request it down below. MYNAME doesn't have a lot of photo books, so it was nice to see Insu had one for his solo release. And then last MYNAME thing I have is something that something I didn't really knew existed. It was kind of a fabled thing, if you will, that I think I saw some promotional pictures of, but I wasn't really sure if it actually existed. So I'm really happy to have this in my hands right now, and that is Gunwoo's I Am 27, and this is his I guess limited edition of his solo album he released a couple years ago now. and it's massive, as you can see, and it's basically kind of two different books with the slipcase, and I think I'll do an official unboxing for this because this is something that is really rare, and I personally haven't seen any of these things kind of pop up on Japanese proxy sites in general, so very happy to have this in my collection. I'm really hoping that with the unit, which is one of those rebooting idol shows that's going to be airing very soon, it's going to help spark more interest in MYNAME, because MYNAME is a group I think is really underrated, not only in Korea but also among international fans. I think are a group that puts out really great music, but only people who really listen to Japanese releases from K-pop groups appreciate. So I'm going to actually be getting a lot more MYNAME things in my next haul, and so I'm going to be doing, I think, kind of a favorite song compilation, kind of what I did for 2 p.m. And hopefully that's just going to help new fans kind of recognize what great music MYNAME has put out for years. So do anticipate that. But now the rest of my haul is all 2 p.m. things, which I guess this should not be a surprise if you've seen a lot of my hauls recently. I'll start off with photo cards. And one of the photo cards I ended up buying was Wooyoung's Season's Greeting 2017 random card. So I just need a few more of those to have that finally complete, and that came with this laminated star card, which is interesting. I don't know why they chose to laminate it, but they did. And then I also got this postcard set. So this is a postcard set from the Wild Beat Japanese DVD, and I was kind of on the fence whether I wanted to buy that DVD because it's really expensive. It comes with, I think, at least 6 different discs with kind of, I guess, member-specific discs. I don't know how to describe it, but it's just a very nice packaging with for their variety show when they were in Australia. But the DVD costs, like, I think it retails for at least 20,000 yen, so something about $200 for some variety show I've already seen, and it's not English subtitled. It didn't really make much sense for me to try to buy that, so I'm really happy that someone was just selling the postcard set for that individually for not very much money. So I decided that was a good substitute for buying the actual DVD, and hopefully they'll come out with a Korean version with English subtitles so that I could buy that instead. And then I got these pre-order cards, I want to say. I'm not too sure where you could buy these, if these were venue-specific cards or whatnot, but these were just 2 kind of special cards you could get for Wooyoung's latest Japanese release, Mada Boku wa. So these are very pretty. I just love this concept for Wooyoung. And I also got the box set for that release. So I was happy that one of these popped up so soon, because a lot of times these box sets, which retail for 8,000 yen, it takes a while for them after the official release to come up for a more reasonable price. So I think I got this for 2,000 yen, I want to say, but much more reasonable than if I were to buy that new, though it doesn't come with the trading cards, but which is okay because I already bought the set elsewhere. And then I also finally got his Party Shots box set. So I was holding off buying the album, or at least the CD version. I have the vinyl LP version for this release, but I finally have this box set for him. And then the other box set I ended up buying was Jun K's Love and Hate. So this is his first solo album in Japan, and I didn't know this when I bought this, but it also came with all the trading cards, which was exciting because I'm missing quite a few of his from that release. In particular, a unused High Touch card and this Panda card. I think I have this one already, but that was exciting. And along with all those solo box sets, I also bought the artist making books for both Wooyoung and Junkei. So I got Junkei's Love Letter artist making book. So this is the same size as all the other 2 p.m. artist making books. I think I've shown you guys before. But basically it's kind of some behind the scenes shots of his music videos and kind of photo shoots for his album. So this one is for Love Letter, which was his second solo release in Japan. And then I also got Wooyoung's Rose. So Rose was the first single he put out in Japan in 2015. And then for a while he didn't really release any solo material and kind of began again in 2017 to release things. But this artist making book in particular was really difficult to find, actually. Or people were selling it for ridiculous prices, like I want to say either between 5,000 to 7,000 yen, which I didn't really think. So I decided to kind of hold off buying that, this one in particular, for a while, and this one popped up for a much more reasonable price. I think it was around 2,000 yen. So I'm glad I waited. So I'm happy to have this one, and these 2 p.m. artist making books in general, they don't have the best of kind of, I guess, page quality, but they're a lot of fun to flip through, and I kind of like how whoever put these together kind of stylistically placed these images and did some kind of graphic design in addition to it, and just kind of made them fun to kind of flip through. And then I have 2 last photo books to share with you, and the first one is this 6 Higher Days brochure, kind of pamphlet book. So this is nice and thick compared to a lot of 2 p.m. kind of tour brochures. So I'll just flip through this quickly. But 6 Higher Days was what they did toward the end of 2015 with their song Higher. And so, as you can see, they have little profiles for all the guys. And what made this kind of single release special was everyone had their own solo song that they produced, and during the concerts they had kind of a solo set rather than a group sort of concert, which is refreshing. But yes, I'm happy that I found this, since this one, along with a couple of other group pamphlets, are kind of hard to find. Some of the older ones are much easier to find, but this one and 2 p.m. at 2 p.m. are the brochures I've had the most difficulty kind of finding. And now the last thing I have to share with you is a photo book that a lot of hottists describe as kind of like the holy Bible when it comes to photo books, and we refer to this as the book. So this is the book, Modern Sexy Vintage. So it's a collaboration with this photographer, and just the images, I'm really excited to flip through all these, but the photo shoot for this is really nice. And I've seen scans of this online, and I'm just really happy to finally own it. As you could probably see why. Yeah, there's a lot of nice photos, and this is an earlier photo book too. I forget what year this was published. Let me see if there's a year. So this was published in 2010. I don't think it's gonna concentrate on that, but very happy to have this, and this is really hard to find too. I got this for around what the original retail price was, but I've seen this on eBay for at least double the price of what I paid for this. So it's another kind of nice benefit of proxy site shopping is you get to find really great deals on just things you wouldn't normally be able to afford, or at least I wouldn't be able to afford, on rare items that pop up on eBay. But that is it for this haul. I have, as I mentioned earlier, I have a lot of things in the warehouse at Zen Market, so I need to ship that out in a few days. So expect another one of these huge proxy site hauls videos to pop up on my channel. I'm not sure when it'll come in. It might come in maybe a week or two from now, but there's a lot more kind of varied things in addition to a lot of course, 2PM and MYNAME things. If you have any questions, or if you're interested in trying out White Rabbit Express or any other Japanese proxy site service, yeah, you could definitely leave me a comment down below, and any questions or comments you have, I'll try to get back to you with and give you some advice when it comes to shopping on those. But that was it for this haul, and look forward to my next haul that should come very shortly.